Hello people and welcome to Krista So Crafty. So today I decided I'm going to make some, well, I already made some banana bread, but I'm going to make some applesauce loaf. It just sounded really good. I have some applesauce in my fridge that I need to get used up, and I thought I'd bring you along. In this recipe it calls for a half a cup of pecans. I don't have any. I have lots of walnuts, so I'm just going to use some of those. So it calls for them to be chopped. Does anybody have one of these choppers? I've had this thing for so long and I love it. I will show you. You just beat on it like that. And look at that. Might give it a little bit more. Oops. Didn't have it all the way done up. And I'm gonna guess that that's about a half a cup. Easy peasy. So let's start putting some of our ingredients into the bowl here. Just make sure you can see what's going on. So the first things we need to do is to add 1 1/4 cup of applesauce. So I'm just gonna dump that in. I did pre-measure this out just to speed things up a little bit, you know. Okay, like that. That's 1/4 or 1 cup, and this is the 1/4 of a cup. That's that. And then we need 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of white sugar. So we'll pour that in. And we need a half a cup of vegetable oil. Just put in a half a cup. We'll get that poured in right here. And yes, like I said, just use the same measuring cup. I hate doing dishes, so. Okay, and that's that. I will put that in the sink now. We're gonna add in 2 eggs. Here's our 2 eggs. That's 1. And there's 2. And then we're going to put in 3 tablespoons of milk. Got my carton of milk here, and I'm just using 2% milk. And 3 tablespoons of milk. 1, 2, 3. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a bit of a stir. Get this mixed up. Okay, just turn you a little bit there. And turn this on. Just want to mix that up. Get all the wet ingredients incorporated. All right. So now, if you're doing it the proper way, you would get out another bowl and you would start adding all your dry ingredients. I don't do that. What I am going to do, sorry, the camera's moving on me. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to add the dry ingredients right into here. So now I need to add in 2 cups of flour. And I'm just using a whole all-purpose flour. So I'm just going to move my paddle out of the way a bit. That's 1 and 2. Okay, and I'm also going to be adding in 1 teaspoon of baking soda. This is my baking soda. I just buy a big container and then pour it into my jar. So we need 1 teaspoon of baking soda, just like that. And we need a half a teaspoon of baking powder. So I'm just going to use this teaspoon and put in approximately half a teaspoon. And then we need to put in a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. And I just have it in this little container here. Oh, it doesn't fit. Dang it. Does not drive you crazy? Oh, what am I doing? I have measuring spoons that I bought specifically for that reason. Hang on. Here, there we go. See, I bought some long skinny ones specifically to go inside of these containers because I hate when your measuring spoon will not fit inside the container. All right, so now we're going to add in some nutmeg. I'm going to put in 1/4 of a teaspoon. And there we go. And we need 1/4 of a teaspoon of allspice. So I'm gonna get 1/4 of a teaspoon of allspice. And we need 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I buy my salt and then just put it into one of these big jars. 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And now we're just going to mix all of this together. So when I start, so we don't get a big cloud, oops, you gotta raise it up first. And then I just turn it on, kind of do little pulses to try to get that flour incorporated. That's my banana bread that's ready. There we go. And we're just gonna mix that all till everything is combined. Now we're going to add our walnuts, chopped walnuts. If you have pecans, you can chop up some pecans. Just gonna add those right in there and just mix this up. Who loves the smell of baking? Oh, my kitchen smells so great with the banana bread cooking and with this mixture getting made up, ready to go. Smells wonderful. All right, we got our apples, some pecan, what's supposed to be pecan, walnut applesauce dough all ready to go here. So I'm just gonna scrape off from the paddle. And then what I have here is a loaf pan. You know, I'm not even sure what size this is. It doesn't say. On the instructions, it says to use a 9x5. This was close enough. I went ahead and sprayed it with a non-stick spray just to make sure it's not gonna stick. And now we're just gonna pour this in. So this will make one loaf. Get that all scraped in here. Smells so good in here. Can't wait till it's done and I can try it. Okay. Get this all settled in here. And now I'm just going to pop it into a 350 oven and cook it for about an hour. Check it about 45 minutes, and just every oven is a little different. So look at that. All right, let's pop this in the oven. Just like that. And I'm going to set the timer for 45 minutes. And we'll go from there. I'm going to check it at 45 minutes and see. It might need some more time. Recipe says for an hour, but we'll check. So I just wanted to pop on here real quick and say, you know, I've had my KitchenAid for, I don't know, I got it last year. Had it a little over a year maybe. It's a 6 quart and I absolutely love it. Game changer for me in the kitchen. I hurt my shoulder a few years back, and so kneading bread is really not an option for me. Even beating something for a long period of time isn't an option for me. So I love my KitchenAid. But this cord keeper right here is something that does not come with your KitchenAid. It's something that my husband picked up for me and I love it. You wind it has a double-sided sticky tape on it. You put it on and wrap your cord around and click it in. Of course, I'm doing this one-handed. Anyways, it's wonderful because before I would always wrap it around and put it in the bowl or something like that, and it was always seeming to be in the way, but I really love this. It's fantastic. Just wanted to show you, I did get my dishes all done, so that's wonderful. So now I'm just waiting for the loaf to finish baking, and we will go from there. All right, here it is out of the oven. I'm going to give it a few minutes to cool down, and then I will take it out of the pan and I will show you, and we'll slice into it. Okay, you guys, here it is, all done and out of the oven. It is cooked and it is beautiful, so let's slice into it. Alrighty, still quite warm. I don't normally slice it when it's this warm, but it looks yummy. Oh my gosh, look at that, you guys. You can see the chunks of walnut in there. That is so yummy. All right, let's taste it. That's very, very tasty, you guys. I hope you try this. The recipe will be linked down below, so be sure to check it out, and happy crafting.